All right, everyone, here is the second part of our tutorial on making a quote journal over a long way gone. So I'm continuing to add in my topics under this topic question. Remember, I've got to uncheck boxes because there are times when you're going to want to check more than one. So survival, memory is another topic, loss of innocence, nature, life and hope, horror/damages of war. Let's scroll down so we can see the rest. Family, kindness of strangers. And I'm going to click add other because there actually might be a time when you want to include a quote, but it doesn't have to do with one of these topics. Like maybe it's a personal connection that you made, or maybe it's more about friendship and you're like, actually these topics are great, but the topic of friendship is even more prominent. That might be something that you end up doing. You actually might choose a quote where you're like, oh, this reminds me of something I read somewhere else or of another movie, or a book or something in my own life. And so your other might be connection. We are going to make that one required, that you have to check at least one box. And I'm going to make one last question. This one's going to be a reflection. And it's switched to paragraph, which is how I want it. And I am not going to make that one required. The reason why is that you might have quotes that you found as you're reading, and you might want to get them typed in really quickly. And you might not be sure what you want to write for this reflection. You might not have your thoughts like fully settled in your head yet. So you'll be able to go back and add those in the spreadsheet. So let's do that part. So to get to the spreadsheet where all your responses go, we're going to go to responses over here at the top. And we're going to go to this little green spreadsheet icon where it says create spreadsheet. Click on that. Create new spreadsheet. We're going to create. And it will bring up this lovely spreadsheet for us, where all of your answers will be recorded. Now, I want you to do one thing with this. I want you to post this to Classroom. So over here under the assignment, I've got all of your stuff up, and none of you have included it yet, of course, because I just now am including the tutorial video. So I'm showing you on mine just to demonstrate, but my side looks different from yours. On your side, it says your work over here, and that's where you would attach something. Mine says add and create. I would go to add to Google Drive, and I am not adding the form. I don't want the form like this. I don't want that. That is for you. This right here, where it says this spreadsheet, this is what I would add. So you are going to do that, and that will give me access to the quotes that you are recording. At least it should. There's a chance it might not work, in which case I will be posting another announcement telling you how to share it with me differently. So that is what you have to do there. So you are coming up with quotes from the book every time for every section of the book. So if chapter 1 is a section, there's one worksheet or quiz in your case over chapter 1. Chapters 2 and 3 are together. So I'm asking you to come up with one quote total when reading chapters 2 and 3. Okay, so if you have questions about that, ask. But I want to briefly, before my video runs out, go over how to submit a quote. So I'd go back over here. So I'm on my quote journal. I'm going to go up here with these icons near send, the one that looks like a little eye and says preview. Click on that. So let's say I'm reading the book and I come up with a great quote from chapter 1. Let's say it's on page, let's say it's on page 7. And let's say my quote is, I don't really have a quote right now, but you would have quote, 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 just as an example. And you're like, oh, this has to do with survival and nature. Cool. So you might write your reflection right then, or you might not. You can hit submit, and you go back to this form, and you can pull the form back up and submit another response. Your answer has already gone over here, and you can actually type in your reflection later. Is because ... All right, that's